So it's Friday in time and we're catching up with George Elokobi ahead of the Emirates FA Cup third qualifying round against Winchester City. George, you've had the benefit of a clear week of training. How have the preparations gone for the game?
Preparations have gone really well for us. Again, it's about ensuring that all our players were fully recovered after last week's performance, and then we focused our attention on against a good Winchester side, and we've had a good training week under our belt, and we'll be looking forward to a stand test against a good side in Winchester.
How were the players on Tuesday? Obviously, we had a great game on Saturday. They put the heart and soul into it. I guess obviously mentally buzzing from that game, but physically did it take a lot out of them?
No, not really, because we got a good nucleus of a fit group, and if you want to win big games, then you got to put in the work, and they had a couple of days to recover. We gave them a couple of days to recover, and on Tuesday it was back to business. It was back to making sure we look ahead of a good opposition in Winchester.
So here's Winchester City tomorrow. Now, when you look back at Maidstone United's history in the FA Cup, we've been at the level that they're at now in that Southern Premier South. We would have seen a team in Conference South as it was at the time and thought, there's a scout there for the taking. They must be thinking the same. How are you setting out your players mentally for that challenge that's coming up tomorrow?
Winchester City is obviously in this tie, deservedly so. They've earned their place in this tie, and we take no oppositions lightly. And Winchester City is a good side. We know how they play, and we know how good they are in their league. And they've got some very, very good players and good squad and a good management team behind them. So it's not going to be an easy tie tomorrow. But again, it's about being open and honest with our group of the team we're coming up against, and making sure we prepare like we've done with all the games we've prepared for this season. We've treated Winchester City with the utmost respect, and it's important, and also it's treating the FA Cup with the utmost respect. So it's making sure our players are fully prepared for a good test tomorrow.
Another away day as well. They seem to, it was a luxury to be here last Saturday, wasn't it? And 2,200 in for that one to play against, playing in front of that home crowd. For those that are travelling tomorrow, your message to them?
To our travelling supporters, again, it's a huge thank you to you all taking your time out to travel to Winchester City. Hopefully we can go out there in the numbers that we usually do, and it's important that the team goes out there and perform and compete respectfully, and hopefully by the end of the game we'll have something to all celebrate. But first we have to go there and earn the right to be able to put ourselves in a good position going into the week.
Finally, I want to talk about a player within your squad. Riley Court was in with you during pre-season, and in the last week or so you've rewarded him with all his efforts with a contract for the rest of this season. I guess he must have been absolutely thrilled to get that offer from you.
Yeah, definitely. First, Riley Court is a fantastic young man, and he's coming in pre-season just like the rest of our young players from our academy. Ensure that he worked exceptionally hard, but it's not just working. He listens to our team principles, listen to how we want to do things, and he's taking on board, and he works ever so hard. And it's great to reward a good talent in Riley Court. And I had no hesitation. I've always said if one of our young players from our academies is doing well, it's down to myself as a manager and the recruitment committee when we sit down and we having our meetings to make sure we bring it up, and we reward these players for their hard work. Again, that's why I'm saying there is a pathway at our football club now, from our academy through to our first team. So this is a great example. But again, it doesn't stop there. He just wants to get better and better every single day. He's with us. He trains, he listens to the senior players. And it's important for someone of his age to take everything in like a sponge and make sure he's got qualities that we don't want to take away. One of those qualities for me is how tenacious he is in terms of his heart. He's got a big heart for such a young man. He's fearless, and he just wants to try new things, and we don't want to take that away from him. We've always encouraged him to be himself on the pitch, and know the areas that he brings a little bit of magic to his play. And if you do that, and on the other side, out of possession, is by making sure he understands positionally, tactically, understands how the game is played, because at this level from where he was, it happens really fast. So he's getting there, and that's why he's been rewarded. So we are thrilled to have him with us. I'm delighted to get that deal over the board with him, and hopefully he can keep progressing, and we can help him develop as much as we can.
He'll be travelling with you tomorrow with the FA Cup. On Tuesday here, he'll be part of the FA Youth Cup squad for their match against Sheffield United. I'm sure you'll want to wish them the best of luck in that game on Tuesday.
Yeah, definitely. It's always good luck to our academy boys, the players that are with the first team. They know what to do. They know they have to step down sometimes with their peers in the academy and set the right examples, and also to try and show what they've learned from our environment, from the first team environment. And it's important that at the end of the day they listen to their manager, to their coaches, and take on board what the message is, the game plan, the strategies, to ensure that at the end of the day they are part of the team that will do well in a good tie against Sheppey.
So earlier this week, the Vanarama picked you as the manager of the week for National League South. Pleasing for you at this stage of the season?
It's always good to be honoured, to be rewarded by other people. But again, it's not. I'm just a face in front of the papers. It's a great accolade to have as a manager. However, it's all credit to the management team behind me. We are all in it. So that honour goes to the entire management team. And for us, it's about being consistent. It's about making sure we can work as hard as we can with our group to try and get results for our football club, for Maidstone United Football Club, which is important. So the rest will take care of itself as long as we keep helping our players to be the best version of themselves.
George, as always, thanks for your time. We'll catch up with you again after the game tomorrow afternoon.
Thank you.